Hello, welcome to another fun-filled video, guys. Hey, we're unboxing more Magic the Gathering cards. This is the new set that just recently came out. Ignore the beep bops. I don't know what's beep booping right now. But it is the Outlaws of Thunder Junction. And this is the Commander deck, of course. And this one has Vampire Mommy on it. I want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. So everything in it, you got your collector booster sample pack. You got your counter as well. You got your little box to hold them all in. You have your whole 100 cards. And of course, this little guy here, which generally has like a little poster in it. I don't want to undo it or open it up because this isn't my deck. I'm going to keep that closed up and I'm going to put it inside the box here. And I will say, I don't like the box that this set comes with. It gives me the ick and I don't like it. The Fallout ones have more like a paper type feel to it, which is great. This one is too, just too ick. But here's the counter. Nothing special about it. It just has the logo on it and everything. But it is a counter nonetheless. Get in there. You also have their collector booster sample pack. I'm not opening this up. I'm going to allow the person who has the rights to it to open it up. I also didn't ask them either. I'm pretty sure they probably would have said yes, but like, surprise, you know, a little sample that they should open up, and I'm not going to. And one last thing I want to show you guys before we get into the cards. What I noticed, look, I don't know if you can see it, because I'm like, they're little cactus. They're so cute. This Commander deck is also on the more affordable side, let's just say. It is definitely not the $60 that Fallout was. But you can also see the difference between that Commander's decks versus these ones here. I'm going to pop out the little coins real quick so that way they're just also in the Commander box. The other thing too, I don't like how it sits horizontal to hold the cards. I like them sitting vertical. I don't want them on their side versus this box that has them on their side. I don't know. It's tough because Magic the Gathering cards, they warp so easy, it feels like. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just in my head. But compared to like Pokemon cards and other cards, it just seems that is the case. Okay, we're going to start with half the deck, which isn't really actually half the deck per se. We are going to start with Mommy, okay? Her name isn't Mommy, of course. Her name is Olivia, the Opulent Outlaw. She's a legendary creature and a vampire assassin. Flying lifelink, whenever one or more outlaws you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, and warlocks are outlaws. Okay, sacrifice 2 treasures, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Activate only on a sorcerer card. Next card is Vaihan the Gold Walker, or the Gold Waker. I hope I said the last name right. Legendary creature, a dwarf warlock. Other outlaws you control have vigilance and haste. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are outlaws. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have treasures you control become a 3/3 construct assassin artifact creatures, in addition to their other types until end of turn. Oh, look at his little gold he has around him. I love it. It's cool. Ooh, Council's Judgment. Oh my god, look at that card. Sorcery. Will of the Council. Starting with you, each player votes for a non-land permanent you don't control. Exile each permanent with the most votes, or tied for most votes. When its powers threaten, the Council speak unified voice. She didn't have a thing under hers, huh? No, okay. Oh my god, this card looks so cool too. This card would look so nice as a foil. Look at it. Heliod's Intervention. Instant. Choose 1. Destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments. Target players gains twice X life. I bring a dawn that no night can follow. Also, at first, I wasn't interested in this deck until I saw like the pictures and the cowboy daddies and cowboy vampire daddies and cowboy mommy vampires. Angelic Sellsword creature, Angel Mercenary. Flying Vigilance. Whenever Angelic Sellsword or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token. With that, target creature you control gets a +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as sorcery. Whenever Angelic Sellsword attacks, if its power is 6 or greater, draw a card. Dang, look at this card though. Look at his wings. We ride at dawn. Enchantment. Legendary creature spells you cast have Convoke. Your creatures can help cast those spells. Each creature you tap while casting a legendary creature spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Whenever your commander attacks, creates a 1/1 red mercenary creature token, and then target the creature you control gets +1/+0. Until end of turn, activate only as sorcery. Massacre Girl. Legendary creature, human assassin. When the Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is intense. Bane the Broker. What is around him? Legendary creature, human warlock. Trying to see, but I can't tell what is that behind him. I'm just gonna keep it. You guys probably see it. Sacrifice a creature. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Remove a counter from a creature you control. Create a treasure token. Sacrifice an artifact. Create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Untap Fane the Broker. Gotta untap him. Let me see. I still can't really tell. There's just a little guy with red eyes and a red mouth. I can't really tell what it is. Y'all probably know what it is. I'm sure you guys are gonna comment. Well, if you do, please tell me what it is. I can't tell. Which of the Moors? Creature, human warlock. Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain a life this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature, and you return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Many hands for many evils. There's like a weird texture thing going on. Why, that's just my computer. Nighthawk Scavenger. Creature. Vampire Rogue. Flying. Death Touch. Lifelink. Nighthawk Scavenger power is equal to, is that 1? Plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. Under Drana's leadership, vampires are finding new strength and unity. This card would look pretty cool too as a foil. Just because if you can imagine that the sunlight just being foil-rific, let me tell you. Curtain's Call. Oh my god. The poor guy down there. Instant, Undaunted. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent. Destroy 2 target creatures. We give the audience what they want. Jury. Proprietor of the jury. What is it? You know what? It's fine. Words are hard. Misfortune Teller. Creature. Human warlock. This one will look cool too because of the little those thingies. Death Touch. Whenever Misfortune Teller enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 2/2 Black Rogue creature token. If it was a land card, create a treasure token. Otherwise, you gain 3 life. That's a lot of life to gain. Painful Truths. Sorcery. Converge. You draw X cards, and you lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. Oh my god. As the Eldrazi spread, no secrets that could give Zendikaar's defenders an advantage was considered too dangerous to seek. That's really cool. Camber the Plunderer. Partner with Lorraine the Diversion. When this creature enters... God, that's so tiny. Enters the battlefield, target player may put Lorraine into their hand from their library when shuffle. Lifelink. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life and create a blood token. It's an artifact with 1. Discard a card. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw a card. Is this deck literally about, like, sacrificing things? Is it just to gain life? What? Ogre Slumlord. Let's go. Creature. Ogre. Rogue. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Rats you control have Death Touch. Oh, God. His tenement is filled with the most vile, disgusting vermin. It's infested with rats, too. I was crazy once. You're all very welcome. Hex. That is a very wrinkled hand. And look, a Coke now. You can't tell me that's not a Coke now. Destroy 6 target creatures when killing 5 just isn't enough. Well, at least you can kill, I guess. You're not only sacrificing, guys, you're also murderizing. Mari, the Killing Quill. Legendary creature, vampire assassin. Damn, mommy. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter on it. Assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have death touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. Discreet Retreat. Enchantment. Aura. Enchant land. Enchanted land has that, and add 2 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast out outlaw spells or activate abilities from outlaw sources. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are outlaws. Whenever you cast your first outlaw spell each turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Anyways, Charred Grave Robber. He's so spicy. Look at a little fire axe or a little lava axe. He's all like, what's that movie? Ghost Rider? Well, I guess comic book. He's like almost like that. A creature, skeleton, mercenary. When Charred Grave Robber enters the battlefield, return target outlaw card from your graveyard to your hand. Escape. Oh my god. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Charred Grave Robber escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, this deck is not for the newbies. You know, this deck isn't. Oh, the boys all back in town. Back in town. Sorcery. Return X target outlaw creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Assassins, mercenary, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are outlaws. Well, there's a good day's work ruined. Aaron Nath. Omenport Gravedigger. This card would be right after the Charred Grave Robber because it just matches so well together. Marshland of Bloodcaster. Hey, mommy. Look at her. Is that moss? Don't look at this one yet. No, I don't think so. Kind of almost looks like moss. No lookies. Okay, no peeking. No. Creature, vampire, warlock, flying. Rather than pay the mana cost of the next spell you cast this turn, you may pay life equal to that spell's mana value. Oh, so that's why you have a bunch of cards where you're going to be sacrificing things to get life. Okay. Blood magic is more artery than science. That's for sure. I played Vampire the Masquerade, the TTRPG, and you blood magic and oof. Vine Witch Coven. Creature, vampire, warlock. Menace. Whenever you gain life, you may pay. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Some Strixhaven study groups are more welcoming than others. Some of these cards I feel like you do. You have to have like a little bougie voice, honestly. Rankle, Master of Pranks. Look at him. He looks like a little turd, honestly. I would say, another word that rhymes with pit and sit, but, yep. Flying Haste, legendary creature, fairy rogue. Whenever Rankle, Master of Pranks deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Each player sacrifices a creature. Oh my gosh. Kind of cute, though. Kind of cute. I'm honestly shocked that's not a menace, honestly. Dire Fleet Ravager. Creature, orc, pirate, wizard. Menace, death touch. When Dire Fleet Ravager enters the battlefield, each player loses 1/3 of their life. Round it up! His fists fume with the decay of death. Each strike a plague on the hearts of his enemies. I love his little belt. He's like a little wrestler. Oh my god. These guys are freaky! Mirror Entity. Creature, shapeshifter, changeling. This card is every creature type. Well, yeah, it's until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness X to X and gain all creature types. Unaware of Lauren's diversity, it sees only itself reflected 1,000 times. Dire Fleet Daredevil. Creature, human pirate. First strike. When Dire Fleet Daredevil enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast it this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Captain Lannery Storm. Legendary creature, human pirate. Haste. Whenever Captain Lannery Storm attacks, create a treasure token. It's an artifact with that. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Whenever you sacrifice a treasure, Captain Lannery Storm gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Captain Lannery, it looks like they are enjoying themselves a little too much. Ooh, this card will be so pretty too in the foil. Oh my god. Seize the spotlight. Sorcery. Each opponent chooses Fame or Fortune. For each player who chooses Fame, gain control of a creature that player controls at end of turn. Oh, yeah. Untap those creatures and they gain haste until end of turn. For each player who chooses Fortune, you draw a card and create a treasure token. Ooh, which one would you choose? Probably just depends on where you're at in the game. Grenzo, Havoc Raiser. Legendary creature, Goblin Rogue. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Go target creature that player controls. Exile a top card of that player's library until end of turn. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast a spell. You burn, I'll pillage. Aw, teamwork. What do I say? Teamwork makes the dream work. Angart's Marauders. Creature, human pirate. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to the permanent or player instead. Captain Angarth cares less about treasure than mayhem. If he can't leave Ixalan, he'll burn the plane down. You know what? Oh my god, that says 5? Jeez Louise. Captivating crew. Human pirates. Gain control of target creatures and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until the end of turn. Activate only as sorcery. We sail, we plunder, then we dance. Reign of Riches. Enchantment. When Reign of Riches enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens. The first spell you cast each turn that mana from a treasure was spent to cast has Cascade. When you cast the spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile non-land cards that cost less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile card on the bottom of the random order. Also, if you're noticing any color changes going on in the background, it's my light setup that I have. Lorraine the Diversion. Look at her hair. It's so pink. Pink. I guess maybe it's more purple. It looks pink on my end though. Legendary creature, human rogue. Partner with Camber the Blunderer. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Camber into their hand from their library, then shuffle. First strike, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Go target creature. Until your next turn, the creature attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Mass Mutiny. Oh my god, those are some red eyes. Sorcery. For each opponent, gain control up to 1 target creature that player controls until the end of turn. Untap those creatures. They gain haste until end of turn. What say you, my most trusted advisors? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Advisors. Edra, Merfolk, Sovereign. Look at them. They got little flippers on their arms. Little fins. Dead before sunrise. Instant. Until in turn, outlaw creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Daniel's mistake wasn't just coming alone. It was believing his rival had done the same. This card reminds me of the song Big Iron. Greywater's Fixer. Was that a little lizard man? It is. Look at him. Oh, now, yeah, lizard mercenary creature. Greywater's Fixer. Each outlaw creature card in your graveyard has encountered X, where X is its mana value. Exile it and pay its encore cost. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks the opponent this turn, if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as sorcery. Ooh, there's not gold in this card. Life insurance. Let's go. Enchantment. Extort! Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay. And if you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. All the money in the world won't buy back a pulse. It's very true. Look at this one. Oh my god, that one's so cool too. Brina, the Demagogue. I probably said that wrong, but it's okay. I forgive you. Legendary creature. Bird Warlock, flying. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another of your opponents, that attacking player draws a card, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. That looks so cool. I'm really liking the art of this. Queen Marchesa, legendary creature, human assassin. Death Touch, haste. When Queen Marchesa enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent is a monarch, create a 1/1 black assassin creature token with Death Touch and haste. She almost looks like Snow White. Almost. Idol of Oblivion. That one's kind of cool too. Very simple looking, but really cool. Artifact, draw a card, activate only if you created a token this turn. Sacrifice Idol of Oblivion. Create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. Arise, Great One, and cleanse the world of our enemies! Academy Manufacturer. I can't really tell what that is or what's going on in there. Artifact creature, assembly worker. If you create a clue, food, or treasure token instead, create one of each. Automated systems at the Tolarian Academy sort new acquisitions for optional use, determining which should be studied, eaten, or sold. Or you can just eat it. Yum, 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 yum. A bounty board. Artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Put a bounty counter on target creature. Activate only as sorcery. Whenever a creature with a bounty counter on it dies, each of its controller opponents draws a card and gains 2 life. It's kind of cool. I love all the pictures of them on there. I was like, we got some GTA music going on right now. Oh, it is! A Vetted Heath. Land. Okay, we got some land going on now. That's actually really cool. This one will look really nice too as a foil. The Command Beacon. This one will look nice too. Hey! It's always the land cards that never want to stay on the pile. We got the Vaults of the Archangel, also land. Also, if you guys want me to read what the land cards are, let me know. Otherwise, just you can pause it. We're already like, what, 20-some minutes in. Dragon Skull Summit. That one's actually really cool. Temple of Silence. Temple of Malice. Exotic Orchard. We should be able to shoot through the rest of them pretty fast as well. Okay. We got Temple of Triumph. Oh, the Clifftop Retreat is really pretty. Wow. Isolated Chapel. The Bonders Enclave. Caves of Kolios. Battlefield Forge. This one will look cool too, especially with the green glowing, like with the shinies. Sulphurous Springs. Look at that little guy in there. He's just soaking. He's just soaking. Rugged Prairie. Desolate Mine. Kind of looks like that one area in Elden Ring almost, where it's like all red though. I don't remember what it's called, so don't at me. Shadow Blood Ridge. That's a really dark card. Canyon Slough. Smoldering Marsh. The Backleaf Cliffs. It's kind of cool looking. Oh my. I'll be real with you guys. I'm pretty sure this is a picture of me as a kid. Miss Metal Skulk. Creature. Kitskin Rogue. Lifelink protection from mana value 3 or greater. Deo suspected the Bogarts of brewing a plot against his crops, so he scythed away his grain to clear the sight lines. Requisition Raid. That looks cool. Sorcery Spree. Choose one or more of the additional costs. +1 destroy target. +1 destroy target enchantment. +1. +1. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. The Free Striders believe in liberation in all its many forms. Oh my gosh. This card would look cool too with foil. Feed the Swarm. Sorcery. Destroy target creatures or enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to the permanent mana value. On vile wings and bloody wind, the swarm will rise. Skyclave Inscription. Oh wow, Changeling Outcast. Creature Shapeshifter, Changeling. This card is very creature type. Changing Outcast can't block and can't be blocked. Mercurial face sows the stress. The stress reaps a lonely life. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Deadly Dispute, instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. It's an artifact. With that, sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. That's pretty ring. Trade you my knife for it. I'm gonna see they're not giving you the knife. I'm gonna stab you instead. Morbid Opportunist. Creature, human rogue. Whenever one or more other creature dies, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. On Innistrad, one person's windfall usually starts with another person's lying face down in the mud. It's true, though. Etherborn Marauder. This one looks cool. They got little wings. Creature, Etherborn Rogue, flying lifelink. When an Etherborn Marauder enters the battlefield, move any number of +1/+1 counters from other permanents you control onto Etherborn Marauder. God, that is very hard to say for me. I apologize. I don't know what that is or who it belongs to, but it's shiny and I want it. So, man, it's shiny and I want it. I gotta have it. I have a VTM character. They actually used to try to steal shiny things all the time. Tenured Inkcaster. Creature, Vampire Warlock. Well, that person looks mean. When Tenured Inkcaster enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Another future Archmage for my collection. Yeah, that's not a nice person in there. Shoot the sheriff. I shot the sheriff, but I not killed the deputy. That was like one of my dad's favorite songs. Instant. Destroy target non-outlaw creature. Now, where is that deputy? Jana, Hellspur, Thunderslinger. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not reading that because it's on, like, you know, half the cards in this deck. I hope. And if you guys do mind, too damn bad. Lightning Greaves. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. It can't be the target of spells or abilities. Equip 0. After lightning struck the cliffs, the ore became iron, the iron became steel, and the steel became Greaves. The lightning never left. Sounds very shocking. That was my dad joke of the video. Impulsive Pilferer. Oh, look at him. Creature, Goblin Pirate. When Impulsive Pilferer dies, create a treasure token. It's an artifact. With that, sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Encore. Exile this card from your graveyard for each opponent. Create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn, if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next step. Activate only as sorcery. Oh my god, I was putting the other cards down on here. I just come back looking at the camera with a creature with big, huge red eyeballs. Look at that thing. Oh my god, shiny impetus. Enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. It attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Look at his little teeth. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. It's an artifact. With that, sacrifice this artifact and 1 mana of any color. Humble Defector. Creature, human rogue, draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of a Humble Defector. Activate only during your turn. You were once a Marauder, so your body and will are strong. Now we must train your mind. Glittering Stockpile, artifact. You gotta add those. Put a stash counter on Glittering Stockpile. Sacrifice Glittering Stockpile. Add X mana of any color, where X is the number of stash counters on Glittering Stockpile. It is very glittery, except, you know, there's no glitter on it, of course. The only thing Ziatora desires is more! Borrow's Charm. Choose 1. It's instant. Charm deals 4 damage to a target player or planeswalker. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Arcane Signet. Artifact. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. It started as a mere drop of water. The magic mirror crystallized it into much more. Oh yeah, that's some boots right there. Trailblazer's boots. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk. It can't be blocked as long as a defending player controls a non-base land. Equip 2. It's much easier to list the places they haven't been. Bandits Hall. Look at all that treasure. Artifact. Whenever you commit a crime. Oh my god. Why did I not choose this one? Put a loot counter on Bandits Hall. This ability triggers only once each turn. Target opponents, anything they control, and or cards in their graveyard is crime. Add 1 mana of any color. Remove 2 loot counters from Bandit's Hall. Draw a card. Orzhov Signet artifact. The sigil holds different meanings depending on its form and presentation. While some wear it as a sign of status, others wear it as a sign of debt. It's an alright looking card, honestly. Oh, here's our soul ring, of course. This one always stands out, the soul cards. I don't, well, maybe because they're like soul, but when the Great Wall fell, it scattered its wonders across the Thunder Junction. This one's actually a nice looking. I like the water in the background. Rakdos Signet, made of bone and boiled in blood. A Rakdos Signet is not considered finished until it has been used as a murder weapon. Here we go. We got some of our lands again. We got a command tower. The Bojuka Bog. Path of Ancestry. That's actually really pretty. I like the water. Rogue's Passage. Demolition Field. Tainted Peak. Sunhome Fortress of the Legion. Nomad Outpost. Stay. Temple of the False God. Oh, that would be nice foil. Plains. Here's our just regular lands. Nothing special lands. We got plains. You got your basic land. Swamp. We got our mountains. Another swamp. Mountain. Oh, we got a mercenary token creature. Target creature you control gets +1 until the end of turn. Activate only as sorcery. Of course, treasure on the back. Oh, that was an inkling behind that guy. Oh my god. It should have been so obvious, but it was so small, though. He's kind of cute. A mercenary, treasure, rogue with a big, huge knife. We got the monarch. We got a little rat. Look at a little rat. Oh, he's so cute. We got some blood. Eldrazi. I got Clue. I like the bone hand. You got the assassin. Death Touch Haste. You got some foods. Bounty Squeakers the Sly. Oh, it's so cute. At the beginning of your end step, if the legendary creature you control attack alone this turn, collect your reward. Oh, he's kind of cute. Wanted. I don't know if the camera will focus on that. There we go. Kind of. Before the game, shuffle at least 6 unique bounty cards face down pile. As the start player's third turn, reveal the top bounty card. Claim the revealed bounty during your turn and collect your reward. As each turn begins, if no bounty is being offered, reveal the next one. If the pile is empty, shuffle the claim bounties restock. Oh, wow. Another bounty card. This would look cool foil because all like the red in the outfit would look amazing. At the beginning of your end step, if you committed a crime this turn, collect your reward. Target opponents, anything they control, and or the card in the graveyard is cream. A crime, not cream. Oh my god. We got Bounty Lisa Sterling, collector. At the beginning of your end step, if the player with the most cards in hand or tied for most cards as turn began was dealt combat damage this turn, collect your reward. And then on your turn, the rules of, how to play and everything. Yeah, popular Magic formats. Yeah. But that has been your mom. Just kidding. That has been the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the commander deck. This is the most wanted deck. It does seem like a deck that would be rather challenging to the new players out there. So it would be definitely challenging for me if I was to play this deck. But yeah, if you are collecting this card set, which so far would be your favorite commander deck? In the next video, I'm going to be unboxing the commander deck that I chose. We did not get all 4 this time. So just let me know which of the other ones might be your favorite or least favorite down below in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please be safe out there, make good choices, and with consent, touch a boob. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody's!